And I love my sister. She got me this phone. She came to visit me. I stayed at her house for a week and a half, where she tried to trigger me so vigorously. My sister want me institutionalized. She don't want you to think that what I say about her is true. She been lying about me for years. She don't want nobody to know she lied about me. I had two younger sisters. How many people who got a sister with their mama but not with their father? But your sister with your father is also friends with your sister with your mama. How many people do that? My sisters didn't know who I was, didn't even know I existed. But they knew Jerry did. Talk about hate. I love that girl. I do. I don't even know what to say to that.
Ow, 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 ow.
It's crazy, but that's how it is, though. I remember when we were younger, it didn't start getting worse till we got older, because, like, she would sit there and tell me her whole life story, even though we lived together. And, like I said, we stuck together in the same room, same bed, until I was 13. And she left out when she was, like, 16, maybe 17, and went with her aunts and them down in Georgia, and, when she was sporadically at the house. Anyway, after she threw all my clothes away, her and my mom, and her excuse was, we didn't know he was going to come back. Your ass never came back, and I didn't throw your shit away. I always think about that shit. I ain't out of such a clothes with what I had on my back. And that was her reason. Anyway. So I don't dislike my sister. I love my sister. But I gotta tell my story, because look what the fuck is happening here. Look. My cousin Angela was involved. My cousin Sean is involved. And Sean gonna say, my mama let you stay with her because you ain't had nowhere else to stay. No, boy, your mother was a greedy bitch who liked money. And that's what she got from me, money. That's all she ever did was hustle. And the only reason her and Vicky didn't remain friends is because Vicky let Tony, the old T-Ray uncle, beat Jason when he was 3 or 4 years old. Whipped his tail so bad they had to go to court. And Lizzie dropped Vicky as a confidant, a niece, and everything else, like a hot potato. Then Dot, who was still working for the penitentiary, started getting welfare for the kids, even though she didn't legally have them. They just put her in the, gave the kids her because she was in court that day. They took him from out of the house to hers for an investigation. I didn't know a lot of this because I wasn't down there that much. But Lizzie dropped her. And that's where I came on. But I had already been in and out there. That's why I know their business. They my aunt and my cousin. But when Sean said that, I said, boy, you 5 years younger than me. Do you know how many meals I brought you? Do you know how many times I paid this BG&E? Because your brother Angel didn't. He was a crackhead junkie going in and out of prison. And you can find that out. That's public knowledge. And then he married a girl who worked for the Baltimore police. Corruption at the motherfucking core. His wife ran 911 for almost 20 years. Yup. How many people she still know there? I wonder. So when you think gang stalk is a bunch of coincidences, it very well might be. But then again, it very well might not be. That's why I ain't scared of these bitches. They can kill me today or tomorrow, and I still wouldn't care. They already tortured my ass. But again, I must say, I can't stop saying they show me they're a bunch of bitches. Cowards. A bunch of sex offenders. All this gang consists of men who want to rape women and not be held accountable for it, not hold no responsibility for it. That is all this gang is, a bunch of punk-ass fags. So I'm going to leave you with that note of this SPSA. Anybody can come here to be with this, take over this fucking gang, if they're not selling drugs with old-ass men, 60, 70 years old, popping their collars, and pimping out young girls. Nasty. I told him if it was me, I'd push his ass over in his wheelchair and I'd pimp his ass out. Would he feel it? He don't need to be drugged. His ass don't feel shit from the waist down. He in a wheelchair. Free money, nigga. So we're going to leave it at that. I should have left it like that anyway. So we're going to say, yeah. Hashtag my docu-murder. But I'm going to say this loud and proud. I want to ask both my sons, Emmanuel Xavier Lawson, if you're still above ground, and Antoine Mason, Centel Mason Jr. That is your full and complete name. Tell your father stop taking off the junior. The junior is on your birth certificate, not his. When your name saying Antoine Mason, you are your father. That's how he can take your social security number and send it to the IRS and you're still on my social security. He start with little crimes and make them huge. And I'm going to tell you this, it took me a long time to think where Edward Swan MD. If Edward Swan MD ever had any plumbing done, ever had any house fixer-upper done, Antoine could have got to Edward Swanton too. Antoine, a plumber, local 486, plumbers and steam fitters. He used to be, now he might got his own company. But the point is, that's how Antoine know everybody from Maryland to New York. Local 5 in D.C., Ohio, Delaware. He know the locals of any plumbing, steam fitters, construction worker. He can get 100 gang stalkers in 2 seconds flat. And he did. On my bald-headed ass. So, you will not be surprised. You won't. I was not surprised by none of them. Not a one. So like I said, I want my son, Antoine Centel Mason Jr., to look me in my eyes, because the father even convinced him not wearing his glasses because he looked too much like me. Without his glasses, he light-skinned like his daddy. That boy can go blind trying to simulate because his father don't want to be caught with a crime. That is why he got you. I want you to look in my face, Moo, and I want you to tell me why. And I'm not bullshitting. I don't care what your father told people. I don't care if you gotta have a supervised visit. Long as it's not your daddy or anyone in his family. Look me in my face and tell me what I did to you for you to be a part of this. I saw that video online for what you did to me. What did I ever in life do to you to do that to me? Ever. And I want to look in your face when you tell me.